let's see if I can make heads or tails out of this fleece here. Not particularly lovely. Oh, I'm going to finish getting this fleece laid out the best I can, and then I'll be back to do the actual skirting. Right now, as I find them, I am removing little second cuts, so I happen to see them. I'll go over this fleece probably 4 times, getting all the second cuts out. So I've got it as good as it's going to get for now. It's still a mess. This was a lamb fleece, and she probably struggled a lot during shearing, which means her fleece is an absolute mess now. But that's okay. Her name is Glory, and I named her actually. So this is probably all lanolin tags. I'm gonna move the camera slightly. Here we go. So this stuff right here is probably lanolin, but I'm going to pull that out and toss it. The birch wool is going to go into my skirtings bag. And I think I will fill my pocket with second cuts because I can't walk around the table at will while I am tethered to the microphone, or via the microphone. This means I don't have to yell, which is really nice. So I'm trying to stay as much in the frame as I can. I will move you along with me as I go. So this is all birch. So is this. I will check for second cuts, because if anybody wants to purchase the birch wool and the neck that's got the high veg matter at a discount, I don't want anyone paying for a huge amount of second cuts. Although I didn't do this on all the fleeces, really just the ones from today. I have no idea if I'm in frame. I guess I am. Okay. Now the bag is right there. This feels like birch too. This stuff may not be worth anything. I don't know. It may be brittle. It doesn't feel it. So I'm going to put this in with the birch wool. The really yucky bits have all been what I call pre-skirted off at shearing time. That's all I did because it's all I had time for. So there's a lot of skirting that needs to be done now, and I'm skirting very heavily, which you would do if you were sending to the mill. And originally I was going to put all the skirtings I was going to send to the mill and have turned into roving. Who else puts wool in their pockets like this? When I get to the other side of the table, I can empty my pockets. Okay, so I have to check underneath the fleece because I couldn't get it all laid out neatly. So there was some stuff under there. I guess it would help if the camera was on what I'm doing. So there was some stuff underneath here. Now let's go to the next section. See if I can figure out which way this lays. All right, next section. We're going to work our way around. Okay, so I have this whole little clump that's matted and brittle. So probably majority of it, maybe all of it, is going to go in the mulch pile, mulch bag. Yeah, all that's going in the mulch bag. And then this is the skirtings, goes in the skirtings bag. I've got, now that is not lanolin right there. That's nasty. Moving on down. All right. So all of this is breech or breech type, coarser wool. So this is actually my second time around the table. The first, I was trying to get the fleece laid out. I kind of go around and around and around while doing that. Let's see. Ooh, this kills my back. All this I'm going to toss. It's all matted and delicate and damaged. I think the hummingbirds are trying to tell me it's time to refill my feeder. They've been a few days without their food. If I wait long enough, they'll start dive bombing the front door. Okay, all that's going into the skirtings bag. See, there's more second cuts. Oh, this poor little lamb was not happy to be on the shearing table mat, platform, whatever you want to call it. Okay, I'm going around the tent leg. No, I don't want you on the ground. That's too tilted. So this is the pile of skirtings. So all this orange stuff in here, dark spots and stuff, that's lanolin that has beaded up on the fleece. That will come right out. Piece of veg matter. Oh, you know what? I'm close enough to my stash of second cuts. I can empty my pocket. Okay, we're almost done working around the table. This fleece is not going to be organized in the bag at all. Always make a note of that in the shop listing. It's more likely that I missed sections too. I'm stuck. Hold on. Okay. There's a bunch of stuff right behind the table, in between me and the table. I mean, I'm in between, the camera's in between the stuff and the table. I don't know what I'm trying to say. The final skirting pass will be as I fold up the fleece. Look at the long locks. I'm about to be too far away from my skirtings pile, so I need to move it to the garbage bag that I think I can now reach. Excuse me, the compost bag. full of veg matter. I don't even know where this stuff comes from. It's some part of the sheep. Seeing as this was a lamb, that kind of makes sense because Tunis lambs are more hair than wool when they're born. And then their wool drastically changes as they mature, which is really cool. All right, let's see, is this neck wool? I already removed neck wool, which I stuck up there because I needed to go through it. More wool in my pocket. I'm just double checking, make sure I didn't miss anything underneath. There will be a few second cuts that I'll get on the final bit as I try to fold up this fleece, which I won't do until I've gotten pictures. Since this is not alive, I'll get the pictures and then I will be back to show you the folding up process. All right, let's see what we've got. I have a ruler. We're going to take a lock, not that one. That's neck. We don't want that in this fleece. Okay. This is a fat lock. And we are at 4.5 inches on the part that may have brittle tips. Let's see. Yeah. So that was a little bit difficult to take off. That's not terrible as far as brittle tips go. The rest of the lock is quite sound. Nice strength test. Again, brittle tips. So this one's going to have brittle tips all over. That's 4 inches. I need one from the other side of the table. Let's see how far my cord will reach. Barely. And again, brittle tips on that one. So we have 3.5 to 4.5 inches. I'm going to say 3.5 to 4 because once you remove the tips, it's about a 1/2 inch taken off. So that's the variety of locks, which is fairly consistent. Now I've got some here where there was a lot of second cuts that's really short. So we have a 2-inch section, but that's because of second cuts. Because shortly after that, it goes up a bit in length, actually. Not a lot, anyway. So I'll probably put 2 to 4 inches, which is quite a significant range, but like I said, that's from the second cuts. So more than likely what I will do, since these two are really similar, is I will just staple these onto my card, showcase the different locks. Okay, this is Glory from Sullivan Family. I think there's 2 M's in family. May 2022, and she is a lamb ewe. Okay, 2 to 4 inch staple. I've got lanolin on my pen. Brittle tips all over. Gorgeous French fry locks. Variation in fleece. So it is not the same throughout the way most of them are, but that's because this is a lamb. And the veg matter is moderate. Okay, after pictures and I get it all put away, then I will weigh it. Now I'm writing this down on paper too because this is the paper I'll use when I'm putting these in the shop. I usually do small little locks that the stapler can handle easily. Just like that. Sometimes I'll put 4 on there. This time I'm just putting 3. That shows the variation in lock length, as well as the tips show on one of these. The other 2, the tips have been broken off, or mostly broken off. Okay, so we're ready to fold up the fleece and do our last check for second cuts. bag blew away. Wind feels good though. And now we're going to do the weighing. So there's my scale right there. Okay. It says 1.9. It should be more than that. But that is a lamb fleece, so maybe that's right. Now let's see how much was skirting this way. So that was 1.9. And that's 0.3, so that's not bad at all. I usually do this up at the skirting table, but it was down here, so I gotta put my tag in here. I lost my pen. Never lose my pen. There it is. Okay, so that was 2.9 pounds, and this was 0.3 pounds. Okay. So what I do is I put my initial card that I made during shearing, stick it in the bag so I know who this belongs to. And I loosely tie it. The info card with the locks on it that I made for the fleece goes in the bag with the fleece, writing side out. So at a glance, I know who this fleece belongs to. Here we have it. All done.